Yeah, that seems to be Naughty Dog's MO, is make a good first game in a series, knock it out of the park with the second game.
Yeah.
Like, I hate Uncharted 2, but I can see why people rave about it so much.
Yeah.
Right? It's just, that game was to me what weapon degradation in Breath of the Wild is to Jim Sterling.
Yeah. I just fucking...
So Naughty Dog's stuff, it's like Crash Bandicoot 1, good game, solid 7, you know, not an excellent game. 2, they fucking just refine everything and knock it out of the park. Jak and Daxter, good game, bit of a collectathon,
Yeah.
kind of hampers your progress a bit.
Banjo-Kazooie sort of...
Yeah, Jak 2, knock it out of the park.
And it's not even the same game. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's so different. And it was so good. Oh, I fucking love that game.
Should we just... We should do a mini series where we just play the second game in
Of every Naughty Dog
Yeah.
series, yeah.
Like, we'll replay Crash 2. It won't be as long as the first one, which is only a few episodes to begin with, because I'll have the rhythms down.
Yeah.
Right? We'll play Jak 2. We'll play Uncharted 2.
What else do they got?
I think that's it. I think that's it. Like, they just make the best games, and they only put one out every couple of years. Except for Crash Bandicoot, which was every 9...
Wait. Okay, but there's not a sequel to... Because Naughty Dog did The Last of Us, right?
That's right, they did. There's
So-
not a sequel yet, but there will be one soon.
And it probably is
What if
gonna
we can time
destroy...
this? Yeah, what if we can time this so that The Last of Us 2 comes out just in time? Like Uncharted 2, we upload the last episode of that comes up, and then immediately we're able to put out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, his whole plan, Ultras's whole plan is to push this 4-ton weight.
Okay, how? How? Unless T stands for something different?
Nope. Stands for 4 tons.
Ultros. This doesn't make sense.
I love Ultros. He's the one reason I want to watch Kingsglaive, because he's in there for a moment, and I want to know what he's doing.
I watched it, but I kind of was working at the same
Yeah.
time. Fuck, where was he?
What I've heard is that he only appears for a moment, and then he's just gone.
God, I gotta...
And I have to see why Diamond Weapon is there.
Yeah, I guess I didn't... I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay the most
Yeah.
attention to it. I kind of was just watching it to get the story beats,
Mm-hmm.
and figure out what's going on, and just to see. Just curious.
Understand 15 a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because the weight is so heavy, I only have 5 minutes to get to Ultros and stop him.
Only.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, I'm gonna watch the rest of this
Yeah.
play out. You know?
Unfortunately, you have to fight all these rats to get there. In the guide I was looking at, it's like, okay, try to avoid the rats. It's fucking impossible to avoid the rats.
Okay, try to avoid enemies in a random encounter.
Well, they're not random.
Oh,
They're-
they were scurrying around.
Yeah. But they're scurrying around in such a way that you cannot avoid them. Because there's no room to move left or right. You're only on this narrow track, and you're going to hit them.
Oh, I need to, or I decided it would be good. Try to hunt down a book about the history of clowns.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I think
okay.
we really need that. Or
Yeah.
any, like, I'm ready to start.
Yeah, oh
getting
yeah,
into
me too.
clown
I'm
research.
ready to start researching them, getting ideas, writing stuff down, building out this world.
Yeah.
Try to run away, but like, fuck, I can't. Maybe find some local clowns, like after we have material, ask them
Yeah.
about it.
Like, is this legit? Is this...
It's like,
Where can we punch this script up? And
that's the
get more
thing,
clown knowledge?
is it's not like, pardon me, my voice is getting all scratchy. It's not like all these creepy clown shits that you see over the past few months, where it's like, on Kickstarter, creepy clowns the board game or something. Like, clowns aren't the joke. The joke is just that these clowns are clowns, but everything else is so serious around them. Like, I genuinely want to do right by the clown community.
I feel like I've been slowly chipping away at the distance, perhaps between Thurip Van Orman and I over the years.
Oh yeah, just slowly, like, building something of a rapport.
Something of familiarity, yeah. And so, you know, because he friend. It's not like I'm special. He friends anybody on Facebook. He just chose to make his personal account, his public account when Flapjack was at the peak of its popularity, and people were loving him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does that anymore, if he just friends anyone, but he probably does. And so I had that thing that was like, celebrating a 6-year friendship with Van
I saw
Norman.
that,
And
yeah.
so I just decided to make a nice little post about it, and he liked it. And
Yeah.
he decided to hunt down, like he dug through some old posts of mine and found the one with mine and Jamie's engagement tattoos and liked it.
Oh, cool.
And we've chatted a bit,
Uh-huh.
and he's liked my stuff that I'd never even tagged him in or anything like that, or made mention of anything. He just liked some stuff. And so I'm pretty sure that he would recognize my name, and be like, "Oh yeah, this
You
guy."
also have one of those names.
Yeah.
That's one. I feel like that's one of your great benefits.
Yeah.
To advertising yourself is that
Uh-huh.
you have those names.
Like no one knows what the fuck it is,
Yeah.
but they'll remember it.
No one's ever heard that name before. I've been in the military. I've been around the country. I've dealt with people from many countries.
Uh-huh.
I've never even seen a hint of Ravadanada anywhere.
Yeah, and so I feel like once Clown Warriors pitch package is all put together,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, "Hey, buddy, look,
Yeah, and
want to produce this shit or what?"
yeah,
Like-
exactly. I
Because,
feel like
yeah.
he's one of the people who would get it,
Yeah.
right? Because obviously we love Flapjack,
Uh-huh.
which means we have a sensibility that runs at least parallel to his own.
And he, one of the things that he said that has really stuck with me, that I don't want to say he's really well known for saying, but I think that it's a quote pretty unique to him, is that he said, "I like when cartoons make you feel uncomfortable." Like that's a good storytelling. If you're watching a cartoon and you want to cry, he's like,
Yeah.
"That's fucking crazy."
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, dude, that's what it's all about. And that's going to be a lot of Clown Warriors is, making you feel like, why is this show making me cry? It's about clowns.
Why is this fucking clown war? Because when we started talking about it, especially, it was like, okay, it's basically Ninja Turtles. But then as we kept talking about it, it evolved past that.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm fine keeping the basic setup of Ninja Turtles, where there's like 4 main clowns, and they have these particular mindsets, but at the same time going deeper with it,
Yeah.
and having these other characters involved.
It's definitely much more of like a Avatar Last Airbender, like a Gravity Falls,
Yeah.
Steven Universe,
Yeah.
like Ninja Turtle mashup. I was writing down my the things I want to use for artistic reference, and such things popped up as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Tom of Finland.
Yeah. You know what? Tom of Finland, exactly. Because when I'm thinking about these muscular clowns, I'm thinking about, like, anatomical perfection. Here's Setzer. Just stealing a woman. After he undressed her, apparently. Word, Music Man. So
Well, you can't fault him for being honest.
Nope. And it's hard to be mad at a man who can make that kind of entrance followed by that kind of exit, right?
And he owns a fucking airship.
He owns the airship. That's important. The only one.
Yeah.
Even the Empire doesn't have that tech. He has the only airship, and he just cruises around gambling, apparently with himself. Yeah, those guys bobbing their heads, just like, yeah. I'm feeling it. Fucking feeling it, yeah.
Can we stop playing yet?
No, fucking show must go on.
I'll deal with you in a minute?
Yeah. It'd be great. Like, clowns have they've always made me feel a little uncomfortable in that kind of general sense. But there's a part of me that really appreciates the performer aspect of them.
Yeah.
Right? And I want to run some stuff by them. It's like, I thought more about, like, why the first wig, the wig of Giuseppe, would choose the one kid. Mm-hmm. And I think it's because he has... We talked about how he has the potential to be, the best clown, basically.
Yeah.
But I think part of that is that he has a character, or she, whatever, is self-conscious a bit, but they're able to use that self-consciousness to improve their performance, right? Because it means that they are cognizant of their performance, where maybe they've made a mistake, where they can improve, and they're willing to take criticism and use that to improve themselves. So their sibling, they're a natural performer, but maybe they're a little hesitant to take on that. They're a little full of themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Whereas he is willing to listen to other people and go like, okay, maybe I missed a beat there. I can improve it like this or that, which makes them have the potential to be an excellent leader as well.
Yeah.
Because it means that they're willing to listen to the rest of the clowns in their society and not put their ego above their needs.
Yeah, so it'd be cool.
And so the wig is like, aha, here's one.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe the lead clown, the kind of not Donatello, Leonardo?
Yeah, maybe.
The sword turtle. I forget. Yeah, sword turtle. That type, the one who's the de facto leader. They have something about them to where maybe they're not. Maybe they have too much they have self-doubt as opposed to self-consciousness.
Or they want it for the wrong reasons.
I think the Raphael type clown, he wants it for the wrong reasons. Like that one wants it for power. Like he wants power for good reasons, but at the same time he still wants it for power.
Well, and like the thing about a leader is, the leader clown could still be a great leader, but perhaps
they are certainly
if they took on the role of donning the clown wig of Giuseppe,
they might the responsibility of it might make them crumble.
But to lead the human that takes on that thing, that's important too, is to be able to help out and lead. It's just too much responsibility not only to be the top clown and lead. You need to be like, okay, I'm a good leader, but I'm not the strongest.
Yeah.
But I can, help everybody by.
I think the main clown, not the main clown, but the leader of the 4 clown warriors, they lead the clown warriors, and the clown warriors are the de facto leaders of society, but they're not the leaders of society. People look to them and they inspire them, right? But they're not actually in charge. So even though that main clown, the leader clown, is, like I said, the de facto leader, the fact that they're not officially the leader gives them that bit of separation. So they have that little bit of a wall preventing the stress from getting in and making them crumble, so that the wig detects that, well, if I were to choose this one, it would be anointed the new leader, and then it would collapse. As strong as that clown is, there's a little bit of there's a weak point in its structure.
It'd be cool if it also turned out that perhaps Giuseppe was not like a born clown, and maybe that's how the wig is chosen.
Oh yeah,
it's like, oh no, it has to be someone who wants to be a clown so bad that it's not their birthright, but that they just want it, and that's why this kid is also chosen because they're a human child and wants it so bad.
And I think when you first see the kids in the beginning, like when they're at the circus in the first episode, you see the other sibling is kind of clowning around, basically, impersonating they're just impersonating the clowns to the best that they can, whereas the first kid is studying,
enthusiastic.
It's very enthusiastic, but is also kind of standing back and is kind of like watching, what are they actually doing?
I hope
they see a clown do a magic trick, and the more outgoing sibling just tries it and doesn't really get it, but the first kid is like, I think maybe it's like this, and then kind of gets it, but keeps it to himself. So it's like he gets it, or they, again, but it's like they get it, but they have that hesitance. And so part of their character growth is learning to put themselves out there.
Well, that's great too, because it's like being comfortable with who you are and just owning that shit.
Oh yeah.
Like perhaps the parents of these kids are like, I don't want you guys being clowns.
Exactly. Like they're doing this. They're around these clowns at the circus, and they're kind of studying what they're doing. But then their parents are just like, "Come along."
Like we want better things for you kids. You're gonna do your homework or something.
Just like, Mom, I'm gonna be a clown one day, and like, sure you are, honey.
This is pretty cool.
This is pretty, Again, they're employing colors in a more complex way to convey mood, for once. Like before, they've done it before to convey time, where it's like, okay, it's kind of blue, and so it's early morning, or it's dark, so it's night, air quotes. but they're finally using it to convey actual mood.
Yeah.
Like, that's you heading towards the horizon, and, you know, if the sun is low, then it makes sense that it'd be these deep reds and purples and pinks. But at the same time, you're heading toward the Imperial main continent, their main city and their main base. So at the same time, those colors, especially with those big spotlights in the air, give it this overwhelming sense of impending doom.
Like, you feel like, man, I don't
You're
know if I
heading
wanna do
straight.
this.
Yeah, you're heading straight into the den.
And then once again, those, like, you know, perhaps it's limitation, perhaps it's motif, but it was the purples and oranges from when Locke first is protecting Terra in that cave that I pointed out. And then right outside of that room, it wasn't like that any longer, but it was there just for that one room to show you how important this is. You know what? And what has Terra been up to? We haven't really seen much of her.
Terra?
Yeah.
Oh, she's still in that tower in that City of Liars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's like semi-unconscious as she tries to deal with her esper side.
It's like, it's been a while. I mean, it's great. It's great, you know, that it isn't just all Terra all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you gotta have the main character disappear and have their own little problem. In some ways, I feel like 7 is a soft remake of 6.
Yeah.
There are many parallels between the two game story beats that
Like, yeah, because Cloud is gone for a
Cloud
while.
is gone for a bit. Terra is the child of two worlds, in the same way that Eris is only half Cetra. She's also the last of her kind, again, the same way Eris is. You have a whole technological empire, which is the de facto political power in the world.
Is Edgar chainsawing child soldiers?
Seems to be, yeah. I think I left this in because I think he does his one-hit kill with the chainsaw. Come on, Edgar. There he goes.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he gets the little hockey mask.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's pipsqueak. This kid doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Like, his chainsaw attack doesn't make sense anyway. It's built like a guitar, kind of. But then he does that, and everyone's just like, what the what?
Where'd you get that mask, Edgar?
Don't worry about it.
I killed him, right?
Like, he just runs up and shoves the chainsaw into them and lifts them into the air. And just like, yeah, dance in your blood.
And then the weight of their frame
slowly pushes them down the saw.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, Edgarp is pretty badass right now.
Yeah,
His
he is.
whole, like, jumping down from the rafters, like riding the conveyor belts. Now he knows how the conveyor felt.
Shoegaze pussy. That laugh of Kefka's is also legendary.
Yeah.
I love it. God, what an asshole. And he's not even doing it right. Like, they think they're draining the power from these espers in some kind of exacting fashion. But then you learn that that's not... Whatever they're getting from them isn't even their real power. It's just like a limitation of their... an imitation of their power. But he's still just so fucking full of himself. He really is a clown. But he's in charge.
Oh, man. It'll be great if, you know, Clown Warriors becomes a thing and we're doing like a Q&A at a panel. It's like, how did it become?
Like, well, you can listen to our initial creative process on our YouTube channel, actually.
We have Final Fantasy V to thank for this.
God, you can think... It's like, in a roundabout way, you can think Yoshitaka Amano.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that, in proud Final Fantasy tradition, you get to fight certain espers before you can gain their power. And I'm just gonna say, that's a good-looking sprite
really cool.
for Ifrit.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really complex pose for it to be in, and they're actually pulling it off.
And, yeah, it reads well.
Yeah.
And it makes sense for that, for Ifrit. Like,
yeah.
Really just aggressive stance, like active.
Yeah, like it's gonna rush at you.
Kinda, definitely cornered animal look to it, and it's exactly what's going on. Like, you know, Ifrit doesn't know what the fuck.
No, Ifrit is just in the... Ifrit's in this goddamn garbage chute. in this weird metal house.
And these 4 weirdos are chainsawing him, pummeling him.
Yeah. Punch, 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 punch. Then it changes places with Shiva. Which, Shiva's always been like a hot woman, for some reason. I don't know when they decided upon that particular design.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see him change it up a bit. Like, what if Ifrit was a woman looking character?
Well, actually, in World of Final Fantasy, they do.
Oh, cool.
Ifrit is female, or at least the Ifrit that you get in your party is female. And I believe there's a male Shiva.
Like, just a real... I could picture Shiva as like a real life, you know, male...
Yeah. Or the Final Fantasy 13 Shiva, which is apparently an incestuous lesbian motorcycle.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Fucking 13. I hate everything about it.
Doesn't even make sense.
And I'm getting sad because I'm like 75% of the way through 7. We are going to play 8, 9, and 10 together, but I'm going to pre-record 10, 2, 12, and 13. Which means that I'm creeping up on 13.
Yeah.
And I'll have to play that again on my own, just going, fuck. You were saying it doesn't even make sense?
Well, you think about... Now, if there was an Esper who was known as being, like, maybe conjoined twins, you know, like, think Gemini, like
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. They're known for having a sibling.
Like a duality of
Yeah.
some sort that's at odds with each other or something. That would make sense, but that's just...
I'm not even opposed to just spontaneously doing that with, you know, an established character. It seems like Shiva in 15, from what I've seen, is actually a bunch of Shivas, basically. But
to make them incestuous lesbian motorcycles,
I watched that and I went, what the fuck, 13? It's like there's 2 of them and that's fine. You want to make them all vehicles? That's kind of stupid, but whatever. But then they're just kind of like groping each other and squirming on each other as they transform. Like, what the fuck? This goddamn game. Yeah. So again, the last time I played through this game, all the way up to this point with only Locke and Terra,
oh fuck,
I had to do some significant leveling. Number 24. I'm a weirdo. I'm kind of a pirate with... I'm like holding peg legs.
I kinda look like I belong in Symphony of the Night.
I love when a confused character attacks themselves as their first action.
Yeah.
Just like, thank God. This dude's skill, I believe, is that it periodically shifts its elemental weakness. However, unlike the boss in Final Fantasy V that did that, this one is not immune, or largely immune, to physical attacks. So I can just completely ignore that if I don't want to deal with that aspect. Which I think is what I do, more or less.
That's good.
Because, fuck, I hate constantly casting Scan. Just to get one attack in.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He's just twirling
Yeah.
around like... la, 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 la. Zap. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. What are you doing?
I always appreciated the confusion ailment in Wild Arms, because it wasn't automatically, hey, you attack your party members. It was, you attack anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes they'll just attack off to the side
Yeah.
and miss completely.
Like,
It's like they're confused. They don't know where they're hitting.
Yeah.
So sometimes they might hit a party member. They might hit the enemy. They might just attack air.
Yeah. What's going on here?
And pause for a moment, apparently.
Yeah.
Edgar's... Here's the thing. Edgar's tools are a consistent source of heavy damage. Sabin's blitzes, they do really good damage too, but it's a pain in the ass to input those directions onto a D-pad.
Yeah.
It may have been easier on a Super Nintendo D-pad. I can't remember how it's shaped, but on a PlayStation 3 D-pad, it can be pretty hit or miss. So when you're building your final party, you're like, well, Sabin, you do good damage, but your good damage comes from imprecise inputs Whereas Edgar, I just choose drill.
Yeah.
And he just drills a son of a bitch.
That's cool looking
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah. It's actually a good boss fight. I like how it's built. Like, it's not just blowing you up, but it is doing consistent damage, so you have to
Yeah.
contend with that.
Yeah, the good balance of a boss fight. It's like not, not too long, not too quick.
It's not arduous in its length, but the boss is putting out decent damage, but it's not something that you can't contend with if you at least put a little bit of foresight into your actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fucking did it. Do some calisthenics. Stretch out them limbs.
Alright, everybody warm up.
I imagine in a world like this, you would be constantly doing, like, brief bouts of calisthenics. Like,
Yeah.
after a battle, you just swung a sword around for a while.
Yeah, you gotta stretch it out.
Gotta stretch that out. You don't want to let that lactic acid build up, because you're gonna fight something else in a minute and a half. And who knows what you're gonna fight next. It might be this big, stupid scorpion called a Materia Keeper, for no reason. It's gonna cast Trine on you.
Oh no.
Look at that whale. Ooh. What I love about this is they put all this work into these Esper sprites and they never appear again. I think in a previous Final Fantasy or most other games, they would have built a generic... Like, they probably would have just started off as Magicite when you walk in here.
Yeah.
But they put the work in to make these nice little sprites. They don't need move animations or anything like that, so it just has to be the one front-facing. So it's not nearly as much work as making Cid's duck sprite here.
Yeah.
But it's still just a nice little touch, nice little detail.
It could have
But they
been-
put the work in.
It could have just been like black little silhouettes floating.
Yeah, and that would have been fine. Like, it could have just been like dark liquid kind of bubbling, and you have the hint of something in there. And it's like, ooh, what's that? You walk in and see. And that is consistent with what the actual Esper is when you summon it.
Nice.
Like, that was Carbuncle, and that was Bismarck, and that was Phantom, and that was Unicorn.
Is Bismarck a name of a dessert? something?
I think it is, actually. Some sort of dessert. And Cid's sprite has never made sense to anyone. Until I finally looked at his concept art in the sky and went, oh, that's what it is. He's just wearing like a rain slicker for no reason. From the side, he kind of looks like he's wearing a duck suit. I just like ducks. A whole bunch.
Don't judge me, guys.
Hey, to each his own, am I right?
Yeah, unless you're wearing a duck costume.
That's where I draw the line. That's the exact line that I draw in the sand.
I think everybody draws that line.
Locke is getting shocked so often right now. Yeah.
Fate. Oh, okay.
And like, she's done so much for them so far. And the person that Locke is believing right now is fucking Kefka. Like, I've never understood that trope.
Yeah.
Right? The evil villain is telling you not to trust one of your party members. Why are you putting trust in the evil villain?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I get why there would be suspicion. But at the same time, you should go, you know what? You could have just killed me at any number of times, whereas this asshole has actively tried to kill me multiple times.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Apparently there's just like super Magitech armor.
Do it, Celeste.
Whatever you're gonna do it now.
No, you just put on some mood lighting, Celeste. It's,
I don't know what mood you're going for.
now you're just firing up a hookah, Celeste, with all this mood lighting? I don't understand.
Aw, now Celeste is gone. She saved us, but I don't think I trust her.
At least she's gone. She's probably gonna kill us, guys.
That's what Kefka said.
I like Kefka. I think,
He's a straight shooter, you know?
They just punch him, double punch him from each side.
Yeah. Just one kind of high, the other kind of low, so his face just contorts.
Yeah.
Just boo. What? They already ruptured.
You were here when it happened.
Yeah, that wasn't our fault. Don't blame this on us, you shit. So here's the thing. Again, I came here, I only had Locke and Celeste. For this next segment, I only had Locke. Yeah. I realized that, and I was like, do I need to replay the whole game? Am I gonna have to replay the whole game because I fucked up? Yeah, Sid, I'm sure you have the power to stop the whole war.
I'm just gonna go talk to my buddy, the Emperor.
Yeah. Hey, Emperor, this war's kind of dumb. Should we stop it? Yeah. Maybe you're right.
You want to get a sandwich?
Yeah, let's get a sandwich.
Sandwich.